The regular season comes to a close tonight for Eastern Florida women's soccer. The Titans host their always dangerous rival from Daytona State. A victory will be critical in setting up yet another run in the national tournament and improving the Titans' prospects for back-to-back national titles. Live from Orlando Health Stadium on Eastern Florida's Melbourne campus, it's the Titans and the Falcons next.
Good evening and welcome to the beautiful campus of Eastern Florida State College here at Orlando Health Stadium. My name's Mark Moses, filling in for the great Jeff Radcliffe. I'm joined here by a man that knows a lot about the beautiful game of soccer. His name is Tom Trexler. Tom, how you doing this evening?
I couldn't be any better, Mark, to be quite honest with you. What a beautiful night. Two great teams. We get to watch and talk about soccer. It doesn't get any better than this.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Eastern Florida and Daytona tonight. They played last week. 1-0 was the victory for Eastern Florida. They're 9-1 on the season, 2-1 in conference. How about this, Tom? 5-0 at home so far, trying to go unbeaten to finish the regular season.
Yeah, you always want to make this your fortress when you play at home, and they have certainly done that. And teams know that when they come in here. They know they're playing a great team, but then they also know it's hard to beat them on their own home patch. So that's not going to be lost on Daytona State tonight. They know they're in for a real test.
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
Florida State College women's soccer team.
I believe we're going to be going here to the anthem. Yeah, anthem right now, then we'll go to player to watch. Very nice here on a beautiful Saturday night. Tom, let's go to the players to watch this evening. First off, we got Allison Worley, Melbourne product right here in our backyard. Tell us about her game.
Well, it says it right there, 12 goals. That's something that Eastern Florida State's going to know, and they're going to watch closely. The other thing that's interesting to me is she, like you said, she's from here. She's a Melbourne girl. Anytime you come home to play, you want to play well. You've got your friends here, your family here. So she's going to be up for this game. She's a great goal scorer. I mean, you look, she's a sophomore. She's on her way. She's hard to stop.
Yeah, she's going to be a big part of the game plan for Eastern Florida. But let's go to the Titans. We got number 9, Laura Satina. Tell us about her game.
Actually, Nancy Alamanza, right? 6 goals, but that's Laura Satina's. I guarantee you that's who she looks for. She plays as a 9, so she plays as a striker. She's a target striker, so she's strong. She'll hold the ball up, but she joins back in to get her goals. I know Laura Satina has 3 assists. I'll bet you 3 of them are to Nancy Alamanza. I'll bet you.
Yeah, here's the starting lineup. And, yeah, you're absolutely right. There's so many goal scorers for Eastern Florida. There's multiple that you do for player to watch.
Absolutely. I mean, obviously, outside of Nancy Alamanza, when you look over at the Eastern Florida State starting 11, it's Laura Satina. As she goes, this team goes, Chloe Adams, solid keeper. I think Mia Lewis is going to have a good game tonight as well. Looking over the other side, look at number 10, Wakaba Koguri. highly technical player, and the player playing beside her, Akari Kishida, excuse me, she's another really highly technical player, both out of Japan, so they've got that Japanese connection going for Daytona State College.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. You know, I was watching, you and Jeff did a game earlier this year to start the season, and ever since then, Eastern Florida, like we said, 9-1, 2-1 in the conference, 5-0 at home. Man, they've played some beautiful games so far this year, right, Tom?
Talented team. I mean, really talented, really deep team. We were talking with Scott Carswell before the game. He'd love to get started to a great start, as all coaches would. And he'd like to be able to dip into his bench, which is really, really deep. But this game's important, right? This game is for seeding purposes. This game is going to have an effect going into the tournament, which starts itself next week. So big, big game.
And I know we're looking at the head coach there for the Falcons, Hope Clark. She has done a fantastic job there. Been here for a couple years there at Daytona. Over 100 wins as a head coach. And look, you know she wants revenge tonight here at Eastern Florida.
Yeah, losing 1-0. You know, you hate to lose to your rival. And this is a rivalry game in every sense. These two teams go at it all the time in the conference. So, and you always want to put that right. You want the taste back. You want to put it right in your mouth. So she gets a chance to do that. Scott Carswell on the other side, I mean, he's going to probably feel pretty confident, but he's going to know that it's going to be a tough test. You know, Daytona State, they're not going to come here and roll over. They're going to come here and give you everything they've got to give, which can be troublesome. They're a good team too. Yeah,
you're absolutely right. And you look at Coach, I mean, second year on the job, won a national title. Now he's 9-1. And just the feel we got from him, he wants to win another one.
Yeah, I like Tom Brady always says, what was your favorite Super Bowl win? He goes, the next one. So, yeah, I mean, anytime you're a coach, you want that. You talk about taste, like you get bad taste in your mouth, good taste in your mouth. You have a good taste. Winning is contagious. Winning can become a habit, the same as losing can become a habit. And when you're winning titles and championships and national titles, you want to do it again. You want to do it again and again and again. And he's got a team that I think can compete. This team can make a deep run.
We're seeing Eastern Florida in the whites. They're going to get ready. And for our viewers at home, we were talking about this before the telecast tonight. All right, at this level, 45 starts the clock. You go to 0. That's how we do it. I know in the pros it'd be the other way, so I get confused when I see that. So I just want our viewers to know that as well.
Yeah, you got 45 minutes. Just sit back. Hopefully you've got your drink, your popcorn, whatever it is you need, and you're tucked in and ready for a really exciting match.
Yeah, we got a good crowd here tonight as well. Yeah, only one goal scored last week, but it was a win for Eastern Florida. And I know Coach was talking about also, you know, they had the red card in the first half. How big was that to get the victory?
It's huge. You go down that early with a red card, go a player down, and oof. There's Daytona State trying to start in the front foot. Anytime you lose a player and you have to play the predominance of a match, a player down, you know, it's uphill. It's like pushing a semi-truck uphill. And they definitely had the harder end of the game, but to win 1-0, that feels great. I mean, that's an accomplishment.
Tom, what do you like to see in the first 5-10 minutes of a match, especially if you're the home team?
If I'm Coach Scott Carswell, I want to see my team playing on the front foot. I want to see him putting Daytona State under pressure. First, I want to see him controlling possession. I'd like to see a couple good chances, and I like to set the tone.
Just underway here at Eastern Florida as we wrap up the regular season, and like you said in pregame, you know, looking for seeding as we head into the Region 8 semifinals coming up next weekend there at Daytona.
Well, the ref right there, he's letting them play, which is good. See some things that you'd look and you might go, that could have been called a foul. He's like, nah. I think the players like that. That's a great run.
Yes, it is.
She's gonna get there too.
Oh, keeps it in. Do we have something? Ooh. That was not easy right in front of the goal.
No. Lena Stevens did very well, but I mean, look at the speed of Mia Lewis though.
Yeah.
I talked about her. I said she could have a big game. She's really quick, rapid on the outside. She got there. Nice centering pass. The spin, I think it was a little bit behind
Yes.
It was a little bit behind Lena Stevens, but she almost did the best. Keeper had to come up with the save. That's a good start. That's what I talk about. They get wide, they get a ball served in, get a chance early going.
Do you give credit to the defender there on Daytona for stopping that?
Yeah, the goalkeeper, the defender, they don't quit. They keep battling. Absolutely, and that's, you wouldn't expect anything less out of these players.
Yeah, just getting underway here, 0-0, it's early. We're going to end the regular season tonight here on sophomore night as well.
That's a big thrill. Sophomores playing their final home game here, of the regular season anyway.
Yeah, both teams are going to be playing next weekend. We're looking for seeding. And, a statement as well if you're Eastern Florida.
So one thing I like about Eastern Florida State, and I was talking to Coach Scott Carswell, is teams play forward. You see, like they have no problem finding the release valve forward. A lot of teams, sometimes they'll play safe and they like to play backwards, but this team plays on the front foot. That's okay. That's a backward pass, but see, the next one comes forward. They're a very positive team, Eastern Florida State.
Yeah, you look overall, the team scored about, 45 goals as a team overall. Very balanced attack. And we got numbers again.
Oof. That was extremely close. that one, if you were in the stadium, it fooled you for just a second.
Hey, you know what? Look, I'm on the call and it fooled me there for a second.
Yeah, that could fool you for just a second. Did a great job to ride the tackle on the far side. Looking, probably wanted to go across the face, but you see, watch that. So rides the tackle really, really well, and then I think she's looking far post, but drug it in near post. Keeper did cover, and it pops up, and it looks like it could have, but the net doesn't move, and that's usually what I look at. I'm looking for the net to move, and that didn't happen.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Back and forth here so far, but like you said, Eastern Florida, more shots on goal so far.
Yeah, definitely setting the tone, and that's what we talked about. You want to play on the front foot. You want to put, if you're Eastern Florida, put Daytona State under pressure. Now, Daytona State, the game always gives chances to anybody. So Daytona State, you can expect to see some chances, but so far it's Eastern Florida that have been dominating the proceedings in the first nearly 5 minutes of play.
You're absolutely right. And look, we talked to Coach before the match, and he's all business. I mean, he wants to finish this right. He wants to see goal scores, and he wants to get ready for next week.
Yeah, I think you never look past the job at hand, which is the game tonight. And you can't, and you shouldn't. But he's more looking at how his team's setting up for postseason, and really, honestly, they're in a good run of form, which is important. Probably what you call peaking or gelling at the right time, playing about as good as they can, and that's what you want. You want that to come together toward the business end of your season, which starts next week. That's when you start your trek toward winning another national title.
Tom, when you talk about, as only about 6 minutes in here, you talk about gelling at the right time. What do you want to see from the team?
Well, what I want to see, and we'll have a look here, see what happens here with this movement. Great tackle, great break up. Sophia Posner.
Should be Daytona. I like the communication. It's coming up on the mic as well. You can hear that at home. Eastern Florida talking to each other.
Yeah, I mean, all players will be talking. They'll be talking both, defensive communication, attacking communication. But when you ask about when a team gels, so what you're looking for is you're looking for your passing movements, your attacking movements to be really fluid. You're solid in your shape. Your fitness is really good. All the players have a really good understanding of each other at this point. Goals are coming. Defensively, you've got yourself organized. You have very few what you call silly mistakes. Those don't happen, and you've eliminated those. You've gone through your season. You've fixed those, and you're clicking on all cylinders.
And that could mean also, for our casual viewers, let's say you only win 1-0. It still could be clicking as a team, right?
Oh, you can still have tons of chances in a 1-0. Maybe some of them didn't fall, but you created, 15 quality scoring chances. a different story if you're winning 1-0 but struggling to create chances. You want to be, like I said, your movement's going forward, like we saw with that first goal, or excuse me, the first opportunity on goal with Mia Lewis, where she gets forward. The entry pass is good. She gets the ball served in the box. She's on.
Oh, here we go. Great chance here for Daytona. Can they capitalize?
Wow.
No.
Great save.
Great save. You are absolutely right.
Chloe Adams coming out. Because that was Wakaba Koguri.
Yeah, and she has scored a lot of goals so far in the season, 11.
Yes.
But man, oh man, this is big time. This is setting the tone early for Eastern Florida.
Actually, I gave credit, but
yeah.
Let me turn around. Danielle Grennan. Well done.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. It's a team sport. We're going right the other way now. So we've had opportunities for both teams where the defensemen show up and make plays.
Well, Matt, we got to watch. So Sophia Posner, she's got to watch. She's got to be careful, and then as does Danielle Grennan, who's right next to her, because as we looked over, Wakaba Koguri, you got Sophia Posner probably up a little bit, and then Wakaba Koguri was able to find the space. And you can see she's quick.
You're absolutely right. Here comes Eastern Florida. Oh, no call. They're going to keep playing. Corner kick right now. Are we going with that? Our first of the night.
Yeah, defended well. So Eastern Florida State, they're always going to get a back up, and then they're going to be, a positive going to be a 3v2, but that's where they just have to be very careful on any type of counter or transition or turnover.
All right, first corner kick of the night for Eastern Florida. We're scoreless starting here in the first half. Regular season finale here from Orlando Health Stadium. Thanks for watching. Let's see what Eastern Florida's got here on this corner kick. Oh, that was nice.
That was smart, and you could tell right there. I mean, Logan Humbert, she wants that back. It was smart. The header back in was smart. So you got Lena Stevens. She's gonna find the far post.
It's a great pass.
Yeah, Laura Satina, smart. She heads it back across frame, which is what you want to do. She knows she can't score. It's not possible. But she puts it in the danger area. You just want to be up and down on that.
Yeah, look, that ball, especially off a corner kick, it felt like it was in the air forever. And it just perfectly went to, Eastern Florida.
Yeah. Laura Satina, she did a good job. I mean, like I said, she didn't have the angle, she wasn't going to get the goal, but when you can't, you want to put it back in the danger area across frame, and it went all the way across frame. And unfortunately, Logan Humbert, she just couldn't get back on top of the ball. She wanted to get up and then get back down, and she just got underneath it.
It feels like, and I don't want to jinx it, Tom, it feels like they might have more opportunities moving forward, hopefully for Eastern Florida.
So Morgan Gammon's coming in. She's going to replace Lena Stevens.
Yeah, the freshman local from Satellite Beach.
You like to see that. You like to see
yes,
lots of local players. Boy, tackles are flying.
Yes.
This is a hard, you can tell this means a lot. When tackles are getting put in and they're just full-blooded tackles, you know these players are committed. Great ball, onside.
Yeah, here comes Eastern Florida again. Which way are we going on this?
It's going to be for Eastern Florida.
Yeah, you said with all those tackles, it looks like, all right, I'm going to set it up, and then it just keeps happening.
Yeah, these teams, they're both playing. They know each wants to win, so you're getting the best. You're getting the best performance out of each team, and the tackles. Anytime you see these tackles coming as hard as they do, these players they're into this game. These are full-blooded challenges.
Eastern Florida's going to set it up here.
It's going to throw deep in the corner now.
Yeah. Do you have, I'll ask you this, you've been around the game a long time, do you have set plays from this side of the field like that?
Just things that you'd probably look for. If you have a long throw specialist, you might be trying to get it into the box, and you might have some runners going to certain areas. If not, you're going to try and get it to feet, which is what you just saw there.
Yeah, these two teams met last week. 1-0 was the victory for Eastern Florida, so we'll see what happens tonight here. As you're absolutely right, both teams really want to get this W heading into next weekend.
Yeah, I mean, seeding, you want to be the top seed. I mean, they all know that Polk State's there, and they're going to have something to say about this conference, so you'd rather play Polk State in the final than in the semi.
You're absolutely right, and Daytona did play Polk earlier this week, losing 1-0.
Oh, well done.
Oh, is it in? Is it?
Oh.
That was close.
That would have. Scott Carswell was hoping that she'd do, because he subbed her in. That's when you look like a genius as a coach. Look what my sub did.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Yeah, Tom, this replay, what happened here?
Well, I tell you what, 28, she wants to shield off better Alexis Harden. But then it was Morgan Gammon. She gets around, but she wants to find a runner coming into the box or have a go herself. If she's got the left peg, I absolutely would have had to go on goal myself.
So you think in that move, you believe she thought, all right, one of my teammates is going to be here for this?
Yeah, she was looking to square it over. She was looking for someone to finish at the far post, and really, I don't think the runner was there. She probably just should have been a little bit more selfish and had to go herself.
All right, here we go. Second corner kick of the evening for Eastern Florida. All right, what do we got here?
There it is.
We got a goal. We got a goal for Eastern Florida. That was beautiful. It really was.
Well, that was just served in beautifully and finished beautifully by who? Well, the player that we talked about, Nancy Alamanza.
You are
7th goal of the season. So you see, look, first off, she's going to be able to get her arm. She's going to get position on the defender. She drops in, but look at the run. She gets across her defender.
Oh.
And that's what you want to do. Once you get across your defender, there's nothing the defender can do. You always teach strikers, get across your defender, get across your defender. The serve's good. So when the service is good, the runs are good, good things happen. That's what happened there.
You are absolutely right. 7th goal of the season. Big time for Nancy for Eastern Florida as the Titans go up 1-0. And you're absolutely right. The corner kick was beautiful. Second one right on the money.
Yeah, it was served into a great area. And nobody really challenging. Like I said, Nancy Alamanza, she got across her defender, and then it was just all she wrote from there.
And to put it right on your teammate's head perfectly in position. I mean, how hard is that to do at this level?
They train. I mean, obviously these are set pieces that they work on, and it was well delivered. It was driven in and delivered into middle of six, middle area, great area, not challenged, but again the run was good. We'll get our first look at Samira Roper. Ooh.
Yeah, get some substitutions here in the first half. 1-0 with the score here. About 29 minutes left here in the first half here at Eastern Florida. That was a big tone setter for the Titans.
Yeah, good time to get a goal. So you're up ahead, 1-0. Still a lot of work to do. 15 minutes near to go in this one, or no, more than that, 30. Well, about 30 minutes still to go. But good goal, 15 minutes in. So I looked up, forgot which way we were counting up or down. I'm like,
yeah, right,
we've already gone through. Man, this game's so good. We've gone through a half hour. I didn't even realize it, but no, we've only gone through about 15 minutes. Ooh, hit
over the goal.
That's aggressive.
Yes, it is for Eastern Florida.
You like the look, and that's Nancy Alamanza. You thrive on confidence as a goal scorer. When you're scoring goals, you feel like you can score them from anywhere.
She's really led this team this season. As look, Eastern Florida's only lost one game so far, trying to get ready for, next weekend like we're talking about.
That's a good press right there. They shape the press. So Samira Roper comes over, closes it, forces play. They force it down the line, and they get the turnover.
Should be a throw-in for Eastern Florida. Do you change strategy, or do you just keep going pedal to the metal if you're Eastern Florida?
If I'm Scott Carswell right now, I'm not going to change too much at this point. 1-0, the game's still in the balance, and I think you want to get your second goal, maybe your third goal. Then you start thinking about, maybe I can be a little more practical, sit back, absorb some pressure, hit them on the break. You can see the attention that Laura Satina gets.
You are absolutely right.
The 2-3 players around her at any one time. So far, Lucia Gemes has been very busy in the Daytona State net.
Yeah, 1-0 is the score for Eastern Florida here on sophomore night. Nancy with the goal off the header. It was beautiful. I know we'll get the highlights at halftime if you missed it.
That was nice play.
Yes, it absolutely was. And if we switch it, because I know we have viewers from Daytona, they want to see about the Falcons. If you are the Falcons, what do you need to do? Especially you've been on a scoring drought the last couple of matches.
Yeah, I mean, right now they've got to deal with the press and pressure, and they've got to be able to play through Daytona State's midfield, which is tough. What they want to do is get the foot and get some possession. A lot of times right now they're under pressure, so they're trying to get out. When you get out, they're just losing possession right away. They want to be able to establish some possession, establish some rhythm. I mean, it's only 1-0 and you're 15 minutes in, so there's still everything to play for.
And you played this team last week. Both these teams should know each other by now and what they want to try to do.
Well, they know each other well, which is why you see Laura Satina with so many players around her.
You are absolutely right. That's what happens when you're a good player.
And they know her. So I mean, there's not too much that's not known to these coaches or these teams. Because we'll have a sub for Daytona State. Try and get that. Who came in?
Yeah, who did we? We'll get to that in a second. Who came into the match? We're going Eastern Florida's way, and they've been attacking pretty much this first half here, Tom.
Yeah, like I said, we talked about it, at the beginning of the broadcast, how, what you'd want to do, and Scott Carswell, this is kind of what he wanted to do, which was, get a somewhat early goal, and he did. He'd like to probably get a second one, and then he's starting to dig into his bench. Right now, there's 13, Putri Sazali coming in.
Yeah, the sophomore from Singapore, she's coming in here.
Foul. Kaylee Dunn fouling. Ooh, look, they want to take a quick restart.
It was a good idea if you're Daytona.
Looks like Alejandra Espinosa trying to track it down, but not enough numbers around the box when she got there.
Tom, we were talking to Coach. He's all business. He wants to win. He has set the standard. What are your thoughts on the job that Coach Carswell's done here at Eastern Florida, just in year 2 on the job?
I mean, you come in year 1, you win a national title, you set your bar pretty high, don't you? And it's hard to win things. It's not easy to win a national title. You just don't think about it and wish it happens and it happens. It's a lot of hard work. It's commitment work on the behalf of him and his staff, and hard work on behalf of his players. But they now know what it takes. They know where the bar is. They know what it takes to succeed at that high level.
Yeah.
So that's what he's attaining for again. So, and you just want to keep winning. Winning is contagious.
You are absolutely right. Second year on the job, trying to go for another national title. He was an assistant under Mr. Jeff Carr, a great athletic director here at Eastern Florida. Used to be the women's coach. Jeff, a great guy, and yeah, he just gave him the reins, and they haven't missed a beat.
Well, it's nice that he spent time under Jeff, so he knows the players, he knows the program, he knows the area. So a lot of it's just plug and play.
Looked like trying to set up right there by the goal. Stayed in by Eastern Florida.
If they had someone lurking at the far post, it might have been in business. Oh, good touch.
Stays with it.
Putri says, Ollie, look at the skill.
You're absolutely right on that one.
She's a little magician.
When you try to set up for our viewers, all right, if you're a casual soccer fan, you're tuning in, it's the game tonight, you see Eastern Florida's up 1-0. When you make those types of passes, is it like a quarterback where you're throwing to a spot, like in football? Do you try to do that in soccer as well?
You know, when you get on the ball, you're looking for, the first thing you know is, can I score? You know, how close are you? But if I can't score, how deep can my pass get? And that's what we talked about with Coach Scott Carswell. You know, how deep, how penetrating can my pass be? Past that, sometimes you're looking at the nearest player to you. You're trying to keep possession. You know, and like I said, around there, she was looking either to cross or get down the line, and she had to beat her defender a couple times. So that's, you know, you have to make sense of each moment, and moments change. That's why you love the game. It's a thinking player's game because the situations are always changing.
Eastern Florida up 1-0. If you're just tuning in here at Orlando Health Stadium on the campus of Eastern Florida State College, I'm Mark Moses. He is Tom Traxler. Good game so far if you're an Eastern Florida fan. They've had multiple chances on goal. Capitalized with Nancy with her, what did we say, her 7th goal on the season.
Yeah, I mean, Eastern Florida has been dominating. They've been very dominant in these first probably 20 minutes.
Ooh, what is this? It is a goal for Daytona. Right when you say that, equalizer.
Ariana Wilson.
Oh, what a play. And they are pumped up, the Falcons right now.
Well, before I could finish, I wanted to let that play. I was going to say that it was Daytona State that pulled out the first quality chance of the match.
Look at this replay. Man.
So they're not out of anything, but they get a good ball down the line, Akari Kishida, and you see, anytime you can get to the ball first, and she did, she gets the ball first, makes no mistake, tucks it away, good goal, game on, 1-1.
Well said. That was a big-time equalizer by Daytona to tie this one up, 1-1, 21-minute mark here in the first half.
Yeah, Ariana Wilson with a fantastic finish. Like I said, I said it on Eastern Florida State's goal. You put balls in good areas with good runners, and good things usually happen. And that's what happened there.
Does there have to be a trust with your teammates? Hey, you better be there. I'm going to hit you.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, you know, as a striker, you instinctively know, look, cross is coming in, and you're looking at your player cross. You know when the delivery is coming, so you're timing your run. And that comes through, this is, you know, we talk about gelling. That comes through all this time at training, all these times in games. You've worked all that out by now.
These two teams played, what was it, last Saturday. 1-0 was the victory, so that's the first one so far this season for Daytona against Eastern Florida. And they had big-time emotion on their faces when they scored that goal.
Oh, relief. I mean, you know, and elation. And it probably came against the run of play, because we talked about how Eastern Florida State's been really dominant in these first 20 minutes. But we also mentioned that Daytona State can catch you on the break, as we saw early on when Wakaba Kaguri got in behind. So some things to watch out for and be careful if you're Eastern Florida State. And maybe that's where the chance, we saw that chance early on that went over the bar off the corner. You tuck those away. Sometimes those can come back to haunt you, and they make, little misses make big differences.
Nice defense by Daytona. Yeah, under 20-minute mark here in the first half. 1-1 is the score. On a lighter note, it's fun when you watch it on TV. It looks so easy. You come out here, you watch it in person. It's a big field. You better be in shape, Tom, if you're going to be running this much.
If you're running on this pitch?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a massive pitch. This thing's easy. 120 by 75 yards. Yeah. You need to be fit.
Comes Eastern Florida coming up again. Little push right there. And there's another one.
That's going to be called.
You can't do two. The first one you get away with. The second one, not so much.
Well, sometimes you're giving and getting. Sometimes both players are playing physical, but there it went a little over the line. It was Alexandra Draper getting into Morgan Gammon. Alexandra Draper from Daytona State. She goes to take her down the line, and she's trying to shield off, and the first contact's okay, but then it gets a little overboard, and you got to call that.
It doesn't help when you're right in front of the referee as well.
Nope.
No, it does
well, you're
not.
The referee and the assistant on the near side here, so yeah, that's going to get seen.
All right, we got a free kick here on the side. What do we got here?
Ooh. It was served in. Morgan Gammon. She hung up in the air for a while. She elevated. But she just maybe a little early and just couldn't come down.
Yeah, the freshman from Satellite Beach. She came into the game. What are your thoughts on how she's played so far?
Yeah, she's been all right. She had that early where she got down the line, cut in the box. Probably had a really good opportunity to score if she wanted to be a little bit more selfish.
Yeah, the freshman coming in, and it feels like the ball keeps finding her so far here in the first half.
Sometimes you're working and you're getting yourself in good spots to get on the ball, and that's what you want to look for. You always want players that want the ball at their feet, that always find it, they show for it, they ask for it. They're not hiding, they're brave. You want brave players.
I like that. I'm going to steal that. That should be on a T-shirt, Tom. I like that.
Go ahead and make it. Just give me 20%.
20% it'll be. 1-1 is the score here at Eastern Florida State College as we're wrapping up the regular season. Seating on the line as they're getting ready for next week as they're going to be at Daytona. This is very key. The Region 8 semifinals. It'll be starting Friday night at Daytona, like I said. Then the final will be on Sunday the 30th. So
they've got a little bit of time. I think you and I were talking that coming into this one, Eastern Florida State's had about a week off, which is good. Whereas Daytona State had played midweek.
Yeah, we were discussing it. I'd love to break that down with you. Where do you like it if you're a soccer team? Do you like having a week off going into a match?
Sometimes, yes. You want to maybe you have a knock from a player. You want to give them a few extra days. And you also get some extra days to train. Sometimes when you get in the schedule of games and a few days off in games, and bodies get tired, and it takes about 72 hours to fully recover from playing a 90-minute match. So yes, it's probably been a nice welcome break for Scott Carswell. I'm sure he enjoyed the time out in the training pitch. And
yes,
little miscue here.
Yeah, another shot by Daytona, just went wide. But it looks like, you were discussing earlier where Eastern Florida's been dominating, but then all of a sudden it looks like Daytona's finally woken up.
Yeah, that goal is kind of giving them a bit of life. And that was Alejandra Espinosa with the challenge. You see it, header up, and two players coming together, not clearing it. A little bit of a miscue, and Daytona State's going to take advantage. The shot a little bit high. Alejandra Espinosa will have. She want to stay over the ball a little bit more, keep it just a little bit lower, but those are some little miscues, and maybe you start to see a little bit of nerves coming into play.
You're absolutely right. Chloe Adams, she's got to keep her head in the game. Daytona's woken up now. Look at this. Oh, just a little off. It looked like it was going to be a nice setup there for a second.
And you look again at Eastern Florida State, and passes are positive. They're trying to find that release valve forward. And this game is being played at a really fast pace.
That's a good point. 1-1 is the score. Regular season finale for both teams. Getting ready for next week. You can really hear, especially, we're here in the press box here at the stadium, but even I can hear the communication between the players, which is very key.
Well, it is. They're talking about where the ball should go if you're attacking, and then defensively, where you should be standing, who you should be pressing. Yeah, communication's key.
All right, what do we got here?
That's Putri Sazali again. She's quite pacey, quite quick.
We're going to go the other way. 13 minutes still here till half.
And, credit Daytona State. They've managed to keep Laura Satina quiet.
You are absolutely right. What, only corner kick setup? Was that about it for Satina so far?
So far. And she's a vital piece to Eastern Florida State College. You want her involved. You want her touching the ball a lot. And it looks like they're shadowing her. So right now, wherever she's going, Jasmine Johnson is like sticking to her. So they've man-marked her. And there she goes. She just stepped up, and then Jasmine, she turns around and goes, where is she? And she just ran right back to her.
Ooh, you know what? Those types of shots, they look simple, but if you're the goalie, you got to be ready for that, don't you?
Always. As a goalkeeper, you have to focus on every ball. You don't want to think, oh, I've got it, turn your attention, and then suddenly it slips by.
Especially when it bounces like that, you never know. Yeah, talking about Satina, 9 goals on the season, 21 points overall. And I know Coach Carswell, he had high praise talking about his star player.
As you would. I mean,
it makes his job easier, I know.
Fun to watch, and when she's on song, she's influential. She can change a game. And it's not over. I mean, that's why they're you've got to pay attention to a play like that for 90 minutes, because if you don't, the minute you don't, that's the minute she pops up and causes you problems.
All right, so if you're the coaching staff for Eastern Florida and you see where Satina's getting double team, triple team, how do you try to counter that on offense?
Well, the first thing you want to know is let's keep possession, because if she's being double teamed, then someone's open.
It's a good point. Here comes Daytona, though.
Yeah, they get those runs. That was Wakaba Koguri. She gets those runs, but she's so far ahead she has to hold up and wait for support to arrive in the box.
Yeah, Koguri, 11 goals on the season, 27 points overall. And there's 1 on 3. I mean, was that the smart move to do, to try to wait for people?
Well, sometimes you just want to, if you can, take it back, come into your space, try and find a player and bring them into the game with you, and then possess it in that final third.
Yeah, this should go. Goalie kick here to Adams. Do you feel like now in the last, especially since that Daytona goal, we got substitution here?
Samira Roper going off. Lena Stevens coming on. Lena Stevens, of course, got the assist on the first goal off the corner. She's the one that took the corner.
Nice. Yeah, sophomore from St. George, Utah. I was going to ask you, do you feel like this game is evened out now, especially with Daytona scoring?
Yeah, for sure. It seems like, some of the chances have slowed down a bit. The game's getting stretched. It's getting long. You're seeing a lot of long balls. When you want to see them just settle down, keep possession, be confident.
That That was nice by Eastern Florida. 10-minute mark here in the first half. Just tuning in, we'll go over the highlights there at halftime. 2 good goals, by each team to start this one as we're ending the regular season tonight here on sophomore night as well.
Yeah, good set piece from Eastern Florida State, and then a good goal from open play by Daytona State.
Ooh, both teams missed it.
Nancy Alamanza just missing connection on that one in the box.
Tom, it looks like, Eastern Florida, they came out really aggressive, and now it's like, all right, they're just pacing, taking their time.
Well, I mean, it's hard to play press for 90 minutes. You're going to have times where you have to pick your moments, and you certainly want to do that when you start the game. But then you're going to have moments where you have to possess it. Again, playing a high-energy, high press for 90 minutes is near about impossible.
Yeah, Eastern Florida 9-1 on the season, 2-1 in conference play, 5-0 at home, trying to go undefeated in the regular season here on their home field. Good crowd here tonight here in Melbourne. Nice weather. It's funny where, this past couple days it was, 50s and 60s. We got a beautiful night here tonight here in Melbourne.
I don't know what's going on with the Florida weather, but I love it.
You like it this time? Well, it's not May. I think that's what we've learned.
You get to wear a sweatshirt or something. It's nice.
It is nice right now. Here's the setup for Eastern Florida. Oh, off the crossbar. Out, or does it stay in?
That was Putri Cesali.
I thought that was going out. No, it stays in.
Putri Cesali stinging the crossbar.
I know our guys in the truck. I know they got the replay of that because that was close from going up 2-1 Eastern Florida. Look at this, Tom. This was close for the Titans.
Yeah, so Mia Lewis again. Let's find, and Putri Cesali taking it. She just almost could have let it drop. It's just she needed to. That might have been Nancy Alamanza.
I think it was.
It was Nancy Alamanza. My apologies. She wanted it to be a little bit more settled in that moment. Just let it drop. Have a little bit more composure. And even just the slightest amount, and that ball drops in under the crossbar.
What I like about that play, even though they didn't score, everyone on the team was still ready to try to put it back in.
Oh, yeah. You always, clean up goals, just tapping goals. They all count the same, and they all go as a digit on the scoreboard.
Yeah, many chances tonight so far for Eastern Florida. They've only scored 1, though.
Nancy Alamanza was, again, lurking. She's showing she is strong. It was a good touch. She brought it down well. Can just need to probably have just a little extra moment of composure.
Yeah, Nancy, our player to watch tonight, she's delivered so far here in the first half.
I'll credit the guys in the truck. They were the one that picked her as the player to watch.
Yes, they did. They're doing a great job here on WEFS-TV. Another corner kick. Hey, the first 2 we've had tonight, one was a goal. The other one was almost a goal. We'll see what happens here on the third try.
Guys in the truck making us look real smart.
Yes, Sid. I need help, and that's why they're here.
Oh, player goes down.
Still in.
That should be.
Is that a goal? It is. It wasn't the prettiest, but if you're Eastern Florida, you will take it. 2-1 is the score.
Let's have a look. And again, it's just a tap in. You get this thing's going to be crossed over a couple times. So service comes in. You look at the bodies hitting the floor.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. It was tipped, stays in,
and no quit. No quit. Mia Lewis, and I thought Mia Lewis could have an impact tonight with her pace, and you see her not quitting and just balls bouncing around and smartly just putting it back in across the face, putting it in dangerous areas.
Yeah, waited for to see who scored that goal because it looked like maybe someone else tapped it in, but you're absolutely right. Mia Lewis with the goal. The freshman delivers, and Eastern Florida has the lead.
And Daytona State, all 6s and 7s on these set pieces on these corners. Gives them trouble.
You're absolutely right. That is a great, great goal by, oh, here we go.
Oh, maybe that touch hurt. Yeah, that was Lena Stevens, and she just got that. She got ahead, and just the knee. She got a little heavy touch. Other than that, she might have been in. It might have been 3-1.
You are absolutely right, Tom. 2-1 is the score. We're going to hit here the 5-minute mark here in the first half.
We'll see if that goal resettles Eastern Florida State down just a little bit.
Yeah, it looks like the corner kick has been the best play of the night so far for Eastern Florida.
2 goals.
Yeah, if you're coach, this whole coaching staff for Eastern Florida, you will take that.
Well, you'll take goals any way they come, to be honest with you.
That's a great point.
It doesn't matter, as long as you, especially in games that mean a lot. However it gets across the line, gets in the back of the net, it does.
All right. We've got a corner here for Daytona. We'll see what they got as their answer. A nice defense by the Titans. You said it best where, on the goal score, all these bodies were falling on the floor as well. It's amazing. Keep your composure as a team and score that one.
Yeah, you're not worried about your team. You're worried about trying to get the ball in back in it always. Oh, man, you know what she was looking for. She was having to look for Mia Lewis.
Uh-huh.
Good touch.
Eastern Florida again.
Oh,
just missed, but
wow.
they keep it.
Oh, Lena Stevens. If that could have connected, but Mia Lewis again. And that was Anna Alvarez, I believe, on the final chance. But have a look at Mia Lewis and the ball she puts on a plate. Oh, Lena Stevens. Give it back to her again.
She'll be thinking about that tomorrow. That's one you wanted. 2-1 Eastern Florida.
That was put on a platter.
Is this where it's like, all right, you're at practice the next day and coach breaks this down with you, what we need to do better?
No. You know that, chances are you give her that probably, you give it 9 more times and she'll probably score 7 of them. Sometimes things just happen. She was in the right place. She made the right run. Just the finish run there. I just know she wants it back. She's like, please give me that chance again.
Less than 3 minutes to go here in the first half. Eastern Florida's up 2-1. Yeah, Media Relations Director Mike Parsons was telling me before the game, they like to go side to side at times, Eastern Florida. You see it right there.
Yeah, changing the point of the attack is what you're doing. So sometimes big switches, because what happens is, one team will, if you're on the right side, they'll shift, and you'll see a lot of the players in the other team on one half. So when you get that big switch, you can create a numbers up situation on the other side.
Look at this. It's funny, that looked like that ball ricocheted and went right to Eastern Florida for a shot.
Well, it did. It fell, and it fell. That was Sophia Posner. But the positivity, look, if I have a chance to shoot and I'm close, I'm going to shoot. The passes go forward. Very positive team.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Allison Worley coming back in, sophomore from Melbourne for Daytona. Less than 2 minutes left here in the first half. Good match so far. Especially from last week where it was only 1-0.
Yeah, this one's got goals, and that's why you come to soccer. You want to see goals, right? And this one, we've had 3 goals and a half, and we've had some chances otherwise, so it's been a pretty open, entertaining game so far.
Yeah, Daytona, best shot on goal. They capitalized, got on the board. So we're less than a minute left here in the first half. comes Daytona again.
Boy, you look at it right now, just about every player is sucked over to that one side of the pitch.
Cleared by Eastern Florida. So we're going to go here to half.
Referee's going to give Daytona State the ball after being in the way. It's going to be a drop ball, but he's like, no, they had possession. I'm giving it back. And she's like, you got to let the ball hit the floor first.
Yeah, and that'll do it here for the first half.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, we're at halftime, 45 minutes in. 2-1 is the score in favor of the home team, Eastern Florida. They're up 2-1 here on the Falcons. We'll be back in about 5 minutes with highlights. All Eastern Florida 2-1 so far. We'll be back.
So far we have 7 international kids that we're bringing this year. It's the first time since I'm in this program that I bring so many international kids from Italy, Brazil, and Spain. We're really excited. The culture that they're bringing, the way they're climbing into the program, to the system, is really helping. And I think it's going to make a big difference this year with our record and our performance. The first week, I did not expect to see all this competition from all the players. Since day one, they have showed that they want to compete, that they want to improve. We all have the same mindset, that is to win and to take this program to the next level. So I'm really excited about that.
I like how we're having the setup this year. We're going to have an A team and we're going to have a B team. And not only are we competing against other teams in our conference, we're competing against each other to have the best position on the court and to have the most playing time, because we all want to be here, we all want to compete, and we all want to perform and make it to states, nationals, the highest level of playing that we can get to as a team. And another thing that I learned from last year was you cannot come onto this court and just play to practice. You have to play to win. And we didn't have an answer last year of our record of 7-14. We couldn't figure out, why couldn't we pull through? Because we had the talent, we had the coaching, we had the energy. Why couldn't we pull through? It's because we came in here and we were practice players, and we only wanted to be game players in tough situations on the court.
So when I came in, I definitely had to take a step back, verbally, I think, but when I came to play, I was always putting 100% in every single day, because I am here for one reason and one reason only, and that is to improve and be successful. I think my strength this year is being a team leader. I like to push other girls to do better, because I know what it's like being a freshman coming in and kind of being insecure and shy and not knowing what to expect, so I can be a role model for these girls that are coming in and push them to be better than they think they could be.
What most impressed me is like the workouts. Like we work out a lot, do a lot of exercise. We really want to go to the nationals and to the state tournaments. This is our biggest goal.
You should come out and watch us, because we want to win. Our team goal collectively was to go to states, to go to nationals. So we're all here, we want to play, we're game players in practice and in game situations. So it's going to be an exciting, fun year.
Basically, if you're joining the Eastern Florida, just become part of the Cyber Titans. Even if you're not going for a cybersecurity degree, the knowledge transfer that happens in that club applies to any tech degree, not just cybersecurity.
So the thing that really was a turning point for me in this field actually was the club itself. The club gave me an opportunity to really explore and also gain confidence in myself that I didn't have before.
But yeah, being the president for the cybersecurity club, it definitely led me into being in a more of a leadership role position. A lot of the employers, especially for students, they want to see that you're interacting. They want to see you in competitions and stuff because they really do look into those things.
Halftime here in Melbourne on the campus of Eastern Florida State College at Orlando Health Stadium. Regular season finale for both teams. We're at the half, like I said, 2-1 Eastern Florida with the lead. Tom, what have you seen so far?
I think we saw some of what Coach Scott Carswell wanted to see, which was, to play on the front foot, to get after Daytona State, to get an early goal. They did get a somewhat early goal, somewhere in 15 minutes. Gave up a goal against the run of play, so a little tighter than he thought, but they were able to salvage it back. And Eastern Florida has been great on set pieces. I'm sure they want to get one through the run of play, but their set pieces on corners doing the job. Yeah, let's go to some of these highlights. We had 3 goals combined. Tom, what did you see on this first one? Look, it's just good delivery, and you have a look. See how you get across the defender right there? Nancy Alamanza, she gets across the defender. Defender has no chance. Ball's delivered in a good area, and with the header, she makes no mistake, putting it down by the goalkeeper. Yeah, here's Daytona with their equalizer. Yeah, again, same thing. You have a look, and there's Ariana Wilson, and she gets across. She beats the defender, gets across, and gets to the ball first, and nothing you can do. When you can get the ball and you've committed the keeper, you're going to score. And here is a wild sequence right by the goal, and Eastern Florida gets it done. Yeah, this is just like all over the place. Just put the ball back in a good area, and Mia Lewis, just smart, keeps following through, reads it, and actually, did she even touch it? Oh, you know what? I just thinking right now, she didn't even touch it, actually. So I wonder, but she was there. She was there in case she needed to be, and she very unselfishly did not touch it to allow her teammate to get credit. Yeah, good credit by our crew to see that angle. We did not see that angle during the actual play. Still a goal for Eastern Florida. And, yeah, we have 45 minutes to go here at Orlando Health Stadium. What are your keys, real quick, 30 seconds for Eastern Florida to get the dub? I think, certainly keep possession and be careful on the counter. They're going to have to be careful because Daytona State has shown that they do have the speed. They can get behind you both in width and through the middle. So for them, because they're putting so much pressure going forward, they're committing so many bodies, they've got to be careful on the transition to get back quickly. Yeah, you're absolutely right. 2-1 is the score, and, this is the regular season finale. Sophomore night as well. Eastern Florida is going to try to get the W. 45 minutes to go, like I said, and we're going to find out on sophomore night. We'll be back for the second half in about 5 minutes right here on WEFS-TV.
Come on, now you're on your way. Come on, like it, like that. Come on, now you're on your way. Come on, like it, like that. Come on, ride with me. Now you're on your way, like it.
So here in Palm Bay, we have several cybersecurity courses for both the AS degree program and the BAS, and they span between cybersecurity and forensics. It's kind of like a boot camp style that I think of it, and really get your hands into dealing with information technology and have some fundamental knowledge before you go into cybersecurity. You have to have a passion for computers and have a passion for the field to excel in it. So it's a really good field to go into. if you're already in computers and you want to expand your knowledge. So here in Palm Bay, we were able to create an isolated network that is completely off the grid of campus, and it gives the students the ability to work within that sandbox and play with those tools, get a better understanding of how they work. So we have a cyber range that has networking and server equipment that simulates a live data center. It's just kind of much smaller, but it gives the students the chance to play in a similar data center environment where they can see what it would take to mitigate those types of attacks.
The AS degree program in Fire Science Technology basically encompasses a group of certificate-based programs that are required by the State Bureau of Fire Science and Training for firefighters.
The people that come in and go for their AS degree here at Eastern Florida State College are the people that we want to see come up. They're driven, driven young men and women that are looking to be the future of the fire service.
When somebody comes in to learn tactics and strategy, they're learning that so that they can be more qualified on the job and out in the street as a fire officer.
I've been a firefighter for 2 years and been a paramedic for almost 9 now. The AS degree helps me with promotions at work, also raises at work, and allows me to become instructor either in paramedic or out here on the fire grounds.
During the time in a course such as company officer leadership for the fire service, you'll learn what it takes to lead a crew for a day and take care of the issues that may arise as you go.
There's 4 classes in my AS degree that gives me my Fire Officer 1. After you get these core classes and take the state test, you have to have a task book finished that you complete at work. When your chief signs off on it, you can turn it in and then take the state test for your FO1.
There's a need for people that have technical skills, and that's where we come in. We teach quality, we teach safety, and then we also specialize with those skills needed for the industry in Brevard County. The engineering technology is a 2-year associate degree program. We have first-year core classes that are same as the other 17 colleges in the state of Florida that teach engineering technology, and then second-year options in fields that are appropriate for the county where you're based. So at Eastern Florida, we have second-year options in electronics and alternative energies and in advanced manufacturing. The majority of our students are people that are already working for some company and they want to improve their career. It's clean work, it's good paying work, it's high skilled work. From my personal experience, it's done me well.
Welcome back here to the campus of Eastern Florida State College here in beautiful Melbourne, Florida at Orlando Health Stadium. Yeah, we got some soccer going on right now on a Saturday night under the lights. 2-1 is the score as we're getting ready for the second half. It's the, regular season finale for both teams, sophomore night, as Eastern Florida is going to try to go 6-0 at home on their home slate. And as we were saying during the first half, Region 8 semifinals coming up Friday night, October 28th there at Daytona. Seating on the line tonight. Tom, I know we were talking about this half, but if people are just tuning in, what have you seen so far?
I mean, we've seen, look, a great game, 3 goals and a half. I mean, that's exciting, and some more chances. So we've seen a pretty entertaining half that's been more dominated by Eastern Florida State, to be sure. They've probably asked more of the questions. They've had a little bit more of the possession. But Daytona State has shown themselves to be very dangerous and capable on the counter, which is where they got their goal from. So not over. Still work to do if you're Eastern Florida State, and if you're Daytona State, you know you're still in this one.
You're absolutely right, and you were talking about this when it happened. It was 1-0 Eastern Florida. Daytona had not much going on, and all of a sudden they woke up. Was it their best shot on goal, and then they finally scored?
Yeah, I mean, if you look early on in the half, Wakaba Kaguri for Daytona State got in behind on a transition. And Eastern Florida State had to come through with a last-ditch tackle to keep the ball out. So that was kind of evidence of what they could do. And then they got a good ball down the line, a great ball served in the box, and Ariana Wilson had beat the defender to the near post area, and she had just the work to tap it by the keeper, and she did a good job. So, yeah, capable team on the counter, and that's like I said, that's one of my keys. You asked me what one of my keys was in the second half, and that is, when Eastern Florida is pressing and committing numbers, they have to be really careful on the counter and in transition backward. They have to get numbers back behind the ball quickly. They have to get pressure on the ball and get some numbers back behind quickly.
We're getting ready here for the second half. 45 minutes to go. 2-1 is the lead for Eastern Florida. And I know, we're going to switch sides here in the second half. Eastern Florida's going to go right-left, Daytona left-right. And we want to clarify this. Mike Parsons just gave me this. Logan Humbert, she scored that second goal. Mia's very humble giving it up. So you just want to clarify that.
Yeah, it was. We'd said when we watched the replay, and we thought it was Mia Lewis, but she didn't touch the ball. She let Logan Humbert take the credit. She knew the ball was going to go in. She's like, I'll let my teammate have the credit for this one.
All right, in post-production, we'll edit my audio and say who scored the goal correctly there. That's what we'll do.
Deceiving from our angle, to be fair.
Yeah, it really was. There was a lot of chaos on that type of goal, but like you said in the first half, you'll take it if you're Eastern Florida.
Look, yeah, the bottom line, if you're Eastern Florida, it's put you ahead. So whoever scored it, doesn't matter, it scored.
Yeah, Logan, the sophomore here on sophomore night from Rockledge, right in our backyard. Yeah, it was a weird one. It looks like Mia scored it from our angle.
Sometimes looks can be deceiving. We were deceived.
All right, so if you're Eastern Florida, you're up 2-1. You're at home. You've not lost. Do you stick to the game plan moving forward?
Yeah, absolutely. I don't see any reason right now at 2-1 to change anything that you're doing. Again, the game's still in the balance. I mean, you're only 1 goal to the good. Now, if this is holding out and you're 5 minutes from the end, you might want to think about taking off an attacker, putting on a defender, but we're a ways away from that at this point.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Just getting underway here in the second half. Felt like in the first half, 20, 25 minutes, dominated by Eastern Florida. Daytona gets that goal. Eastern Florida answers 2-1. And, it's fun where you talk with head coach Scott Carswell, and his second year, wins the national championship, comes back, he's 9-1. He wants to get the W tonight.
Oh, I mean, yeah, he's set like I said, he's winning a national title in your first year. You've set an incredibly high bar for yourself. But this program has an incredibly high bar. This is a program that is used to winning and expects to win and works hard to win. So, no different tonight for sure.
Yeah, thanks for tuning in to this broadcast here on WEFS-TV. Also on the Eastern Florida YouTube page if you want to watch it online.
Laura setting really deep, trying to get on the ball, and still being man-marked by Jasmine Johnston. Watch that matchup. Who's going to get the better end of it? So far, Jasmine Johnston.
Should stay with Eastern Florida. Yeah, and you're absolutely right where Laura Satina, she has been double-teamed every single possession. That's what it feels like.
Yeah, when she gets in certain areas and they can get 2 players around her, they're going to. But most of the game, very closely monitored by Jasmine Johnston.
Ooh, nice play.
Oh, she did a good job to keep possession there. Very calm, composed.
It's like what you said, Tom, in the first half, especially at the end of the year. This is when you should be clicking as a team, right?
Yeah, you want to be getting close to the playoffs. You know, you're a week away. You want to be playing your best now, and I think that's what you're seeing. But again, these are two good teams. That should be a free kick going the other way. Yep.
Did she just trip on it? What happened there?
Two players came together. I'd have to get a better look to be 100% sure with you. I guess here we'll get a good look now. We'll get to see is Logan Humbert, or excuse me, no, that's Mia Lewis. Gets the ball in and all right.
See, that's close.
Truth be told, I don't see much in it. I see a shoulder charge from both players. I'm not sure what the referee, what he saw.
Stays in Eastern Florida. How about this?
Ooh.
Nope.
Nice little possession in and around the area. Ended up with a chance by Kaylee Dunn.
So, if we're scoring at home, what is it? Shot, but not a shot on goal?
It's a shot off target. So, you see, they managed to keep possession pretty well, and the shot just goes a little bit wide. So it's a shot, but it's a shot off target.
I like the setup on that, Tom.
Yeah, it's smart. I mean, they see that she's in a good area, so they set her up the top of the box. She's free, she's open, and they put the ball in front of her. So but you know, it didn't hit it all that. It didn't hit it too hard back to her. Sometimes in the set, what you call, you're just setting it for a player to come up and hit it. You got to be careful that you're not hitting it too hard back at them, and they really can't get much on the shot, or the shot goes kind of crazy and all over the place.
2-1 is the score here on sophomore night. Seating on the line. Eastern Florida's up 2-1. These two teams met last week. 1-0 was the victory for Eastern Florida, who, I mean, they've been red hot all season. 9-1, 2-1 in the conference, 5-0 at home, trying to go to 6-0 at home to end the regular season tonight.
Boy, this game just picking up where it left off in terms of just the speed of the game. I mean, these two teams are just they are playing forward. It's breakneck for them.
You are absolutely right. You better be in shape if you're going to be running on this field.
Well, just even in running this game is not. Sometimes games you can have possession and you're slowing things down and you're connecting on the passes, maybe slowly building your way up the park. But these teams get up and down the park quite quickly. Nice step over.
What do we got
Nancy
going on here?
Alamanza. We got it. Yeah, Daytona State player down.
Yes, we do.
It's number 4, Morgan Hosier.
Yeah, we got a timeout. Yeah, we're going to go to the replay right now here, Tom, see what happened. Nancy.
You get a look at Nancy Alamanza. She just cuts back and then might be. It's hard to tell by that.
Yeah, with
maybe
the replay.
something in the tackle. Maybe had the wind knocked out of her, possibly.
And like you said, look, everyone's going 100 miles an hour, trying to make a play here.
Yes, games. Like I said, sometimes games they're more possession based, and they're played. They're not played north and south. They're played east and west. But this game is really just played north. I mean, these teams are just going forward.
That's a great point. Both teams are going to move on here to the Region 8 semifinal coming up on Friday night at Daytona.
Ooh, that's going to be a touch.
Oh.
Going to give away a throw. But, you know, when you've had Wakaba Kaguri lurking behind you and you're Logan Humbert, you're not quite sure, so you'd rather be safe than sorry. Logan Humbert, goal scorer. Now we know.
Yeah, she got the go-ahead goal late in the first half, like around the 5-minute mark or so. Give the lead for Eastern Florida.
That was well read. That was well read by number 25.
Eastern Florida trying to close out their regular season with the W here tonight. We're going the other way. Yeah, perfect night here in Melbourne.
Oh, it's beautiful. There's an old saying. I mean, with this pitch, I mean it's just beautiful. And it's like if you can't play on that, you just can't play. And on a beautiful night like tonight, running's obviously not a problem.
No, it is not.
It's not hot at all. Lovely temperature, beautiful breeze, beautiful pitch.
Hey, it's late October. We're in Florida. If we're playing this game in Ohio, it'd probably be 30 degrees right now.
I'm glad I'm not in Ohio.
It's a good point. Yeah, 2-1 is the score right now. And I know coming up on WEFS-TV, we got volleyball coming up Tuesday night if you want to check that out. Also, next Saturday, men's soccer will be in action. Yeah, I'm getting word it's going to be a big one. You know it is. Yeah, don't worry. We're getting it.
Oh, yeah. Ooh. Interesting.
Normal tackle on that?
You know, referee, like I said, he's letting play go. And the one thing you want as players is consistency. If you're going to call that, then you have to call it every time. But if you're going to let that go, then you let it go every time. And I think he's done a good job there.
Something to think about moving forward, especially, you know, they're going to let him play.
Well, just be consistent.
Yes, it's a good point. I agree with you.
Let me know how you want me to play, and then I'll work with you and I'll play with inside that.
Yeah, that'll be a goalie kick as we're here at about the 35-minute mark here in the second half. Sophomore night, we got a lot of sophomores on this roster, and I know especially if it's their second year playing for Eastern Florida, coming off your first year winning a national title, you think about maybe winning another one. That'd be one heck of a career here at Eastern Florida.
Yeah, I think they're going to have. I think they're going to have some work to do. You know, there's some tough teams on that road, obviously, but they're a very capable team. And you've got a player like Laura Satina. And you've got Nancy Alamans. I mean, you've got some very dangerous players. Mia Lewis. You've got weapons. And defensively, they look very strong.
Yeah, not many chances for Daytona so far. And, you know, you look at that schedule, a lot of, you know, top 10 wins for Eastern Florida. They have the resume. And it'll just be interesting. Just got to close this game out, get ready for postseason play next week.
And we'll see. This one, like I said, this one's a lot of time left, not done.
Yes. Eastern Florida, like you said, they'd love to get that third goal, some breathing room. Let's see what we got right now.
Eastern Florida, just the fitness levels must, because everything is like a run.
Yeah, conditioning has been key for this team. We were saying in the first half, you know, they've been off since last was Saturday against Daytona. Daytona played, I think it was Wednesday night, lost to Polk. You're right, that conditioning, even though, look, you probably practice every day this time of year anyway. It's not like there really is any days off.
Well, you've done a lot. You're not going to get too much more fit. So they've done, their preseason must have been really hard to put this kind of, to build this kind of fitness.
Yeah, that was a big goal in the first half for Eastern Florida with about 5 minutes left in the first half. A big one, momentum right now as they're up a goal, trying to close out the regular season schedule.
There's an example of they're just looking over top. Daytona State trying to find Wakaba Kaguri, trying to use her pace. And I think Eastern Florida probably playing just a little bit deeper and aware, and probably a lot more aware of her.
Yeah, they did their homework. Kaguri, what, 11 goals on the season.
That's got to be a foul. Logan Humbert.
Is it one of those?
Jada Samuels.
Is that one by Logan? You have to do that just to save it.
What you'll see is she's going for the ball, really. You'll see quite aggressive. She's going to go in for the tackle, and she gets turned. So yes, you have to, because if she knows if she doesn't get that foul, just you got to be careful because you can pick up a yellow on that too. Professional foul. Probably just needed to contain her more, not really try to go for the win.
There's a kick by Daytona. Yeah, it kind of reminds me in, American football, the pass interference, you don't give up a touchdown.
Yeah, sometimes you have it, but that was definitely. I don't think pass interference sometimes. I don't think sometimes it's on purpose, but
I agree with you on that one. 2-1 is the score. Eastern Florida.
That was definitely on purpose.
Yes.
That was to stop her from going unmolested to goal.
And you know what? It was the smart move to do at the time.
Hey, look, it just gives up a free kick from a fairly not dangerous area. You get a service in the box, but you get a lot of numbers behind.
Yeah, Chloe Adams with the goalie kick. Feels like things have settled down here in the second half. And we're just going back and forth.
Yeah, it's more contested in the midfield. Neither team really able to have solid spells of possession. Tackles are coming in, hard to find space.
And we approach the 30-minute mark as we go, as we said at the start, 45-0 with the clock. This is here on sophomore night here at Eastern Florida State College.
I wonder if anything special happens, or if it's just like the last time the sophomores are playing a regular season home game. That should be a corner.
Will it be a corner?
Yes.
Yeah, here we go. This has been
the Achilles heel of Daytona State.
You are absolutely right, and it just these passes are right on the money. Scoring 2 goals so far tonight for Eastern Florida.
So if I'm Eastern Florida State, I'm saying just put it in the mixer. Put it right in the middle of that area. Put it where it's dangerous. Make them deal with it.
Yeah, Eastern Florida has multiple people that can score right now. They go short this time.
I think it was under hit.
Let's see what Daytona can do with this now. Looked like they were going to go closer to the net on that.
Well, it was a big switch, so again, it was Wakaba Kaguri finding herself in good space, right in the middle of the pitch, able to turn, pick a pass. She's looking to get it wide. But the recovery runs were good for Eastern Florida State.
And you made that point earlier. It's been great defense so far by the Titans.
Yeah, they've played pretty well. They've managed to put in a couple last-ditch tackles, keep players behind. But you can see the game. Sometimes this game's getting there's a lot of balls just being played. They're feeling the pressure. They're playing direct out, not trying to play. They just want to get it away from goal, and then it becomes contestable, 50-50s, and that's what you're seeing in the midfield. 50-50s. Neither team really able to wrest control of this game. and have more possession.
Tom Trexler, Mark Moses here on the call here on sophomore night. We'll get word on, if there's a ceremony. We usually do that volleyball, baseball, softball, basketball. We'll see what they're going to do if we have time to play it here, whatever happens after the match.
I just wondered. I know you usually have like senior night, and that's usually the last time seniors play a regular season home game, and so this is kind of the same thing, although they don't have seniors. They just, sophomores the last time you're.
Yeah, we're getting word they probably will do something. It'll probably be going on after our telecast here tonight. Hopefully a W for the home team. But yeah, like even though it is sophomore night, you celebrate the players, but like we've been saying all night, still a lot to play in postseason play.
Yeah, well, look, so they're playing for a couple things, right? You want to walk off a winner in your last regular season home game, and every player is going to work hard for those sophomores, whether you're a freshman or you're going to work hard to make sure that they get that. And then coupled with that, what it means is they're going to walk away out of here tonight at least tied for top spot in the seedings.
2-1 is the score coming up right under 27 minutes here in the second half. A lot of shots on goal in the first half, being a little quiet. Now look, knock on wood, that could change at any minute here.
Can change sometimes with the kick of a ball.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. That's how Daytona scored in the first half. Ooh. That's staying in? No. Thought that would go Eastern Florida's way. Stays here with Daytona. Good defense by Daytona to get back. You brought up a good point earlier, Satina, big time goal scorer for Eastern Florida, 9 goals, 21 points. It looks like she's not had many opportunities tonight.
No, now it's Alejandra Espinosa's turn, who's staying fairly close to her. But she's frustrated with that. She wasn't able. She wanted to center it. She wanted to get the centering pass, and it just trailed off her. But it might have been they're pointing at a corner, so saying it got a touch last by a Daytona State player.
Really?
Yeah.
Nancy with the goal earlier tonight, the first one on the board, her 7th of the season. Yeah, that went into the parking lot there. So are we going to get a corner kick here?
It's definitely going to be a corner. And I think she just mishit it. But it could have caught a glance off of a Daytona State player.
Yeah, she was not happy with that.
No.
Less than 25 to go here in the second half. Corner for Eastern Florida.
Coming together. This can be a throw in for Eastern Florida State. Logan Humbert coming back hard.
Yeah, Logan scored the second goal tonight. We got clarification on that at halftime. Eastern Florida's trying to stay undefeated on the regular season schedule. 5-0 so far, trying to make it 6-0. Oh, ooh, that was close.
Yeah, good focus by Lucy Gomez.
It's one thing to watch it on TV. When you're there and that ball's coming at you, this is not easy.
Well, you got lights too, and you never know if this ball's in the lights, and tries to get up. It gets beyond her, but kind of still stays in her arms, and she's able to fall on it.
Yeah, and she's bobbling it. You had 2 Eastern Florida players right there trying to clean it up.
Oh, yeah, and she's well aware of that. she's not happy about that.
No, she's not.
She's wanting better from herself. She turns in really what she wants to look to do. She doesn't want a shot from there. She really wants to try and serve that ball into the far post.
Under 23 left here in the second half. This one's going high in the air. Yeah, she was way out of bounds, trying to keep that one in.
Yeah, it was like a NASA rocket.
It really was, and we're here on the Space Coast. It's a good transition. We're going to get a substitution here now.
Going to see Morgan Gammon coming back in.
Yeah, she, you know, substitution in the first half really woke things up for Eastern Florida when they started scoring goals.
Yeah, she got around the corner very nicely. So, like a lot of these Eastern Florida State players, they're positive. They get forward. Game's about going one direction.
So Tom, I was going to ask you, so at the collegiate level, you can sub back in and out, correct?
I believe there's a limit as to how. I think when you're in, and you can re-enter in a different half.
Okay. I was wondering.
So
that.
once you're in, and when you go out in that half, you can't re-enter in that half.
But it gives you, especially from the coaching perspective, more strategy that you can bring them in and out like that.
Yeah, you're using them wisely, but you're using them to your advantage in probably situational things in times of the game.
All right, another corner kick coming up for the home team. The last two have not looked pretty coming from the corner.
No, a bit more near post. It really is as troubling as these have given Eastern Florida. Get it more deeper in the box.
This one's coming in.
Like that one. Satina not able. She wants to turn. She's just trying to get it played back across the face, but tough angle on it. Not able to get it turned.
2-1 is the score. 21-minute mark here in the second half. About 21 minutes left in this match. If we tie, we go to overtime. And I know, again, clarification on this, you'd go to a golden goal if we are tied at the end of regulation. But right now, if you're the home team, you like the score.
Yeah, you don't want to do that.
No, I know. I'm trying to make it as clean and easy as possible.
If you're either one of these teams, you just want to win it in regulation. So right now, the Titans are happy with the scoreline, and this is where they want to keep it. Add to it if they can, of course.
Yeah, if you're in Florida, you're just looking at that clock, tick, tick, tick. Just trying to get the W, get ready for postseason play. And we're going back and forth like pinball right now.
Yeah, you see those long clearances out, and like I said a few minutes ago, it just creates these 50-50 situations with the ball, and you're constantly trying to bring it down and reestablish possession.
If you're Daytona, do you start trying to take chances, or do you hold off to the 10-minute mark? What do you try to do?
Yeah, I think right now I would keep playing the way I am, make sure that we don't give up another goal, because we're still in it. It's one goal, and then probably sometime under 10 minutes, I'm probably going to start to look to get more attackers onto the pitch. You'll probably see them want to get a little bit more direct, getting the ball in the box more.
Yeah, Daytona led by head coach Hope Clark, who does a great job. Her team, they've lost 2 in a row. They lost earlier this week to Polk. They're 7-3-2, have not won a conference game. They're 0-3, but 2-1 on the road, trying to get revenge tonight as they lost last week 1-0 to Eastern Florida at home.
Yeah, they want to get that. They want to get that result right.
Yes, they do.
Eastern Florida State's got other ideas.
Is it staying? Are they giving it to Eastern? Look like it should be Daytona, but here we go.
There's that matchup. Jasmine Johnston and Laura Satina.
Yeah, 18 minutes to go here in the second half. Eastern Florida leading, trying to close out the regular season with a W. And as we said, Region 8 semifinals coming up Friday night at 10:28. I still can't believe we're almost at the end of October, but that is correct. I know you and Jeff Radcliffe did a great job. Pretty much the opener of the season, that was September. Probably time has flown by.
Oh, it goes by faster and faster.
Have you seen improvements since the first one you guys did with Eastern Florida?
Totally different game. I think Eastern Florida were so much the better team versus who they're playing against. The other team was just overmatched. And oh, there it is.
There it is again. What a goal by Daytona off the header, and they tie this match 2-2.
Akari Kishida. I'd like to see if it catches a deflection on the way in. She served in at far post. Sometimes it doesn't take much, and the keeper's frozen because she can't come out and get it because the player's in front of her. So watch, I think it's the case, and she's aiming into the far post, and nope, this goes right over and in.
That is a interesting goal by Daytona. 2 tonight, where it felt like Eastern Florida was napping, and just Daytona all of a sudden ties this match up.
Yeah, you always tell your players, ball's coming in the box, you've got to get there first, and you've got to get it away.
We got a whole new ball game with about 17 minutes left here in the second half. Feels like most of the night, and look, you could disagree with me, but it feels like most of the night Eastern Florida's been in control, except for those 2 plays.
There we go. Let's see what happens here. Going to be a corner, and that's a good response. Anytime you get scored on, as a coach, I like to see what my team's response is. I want to see are they able to get down the other end and get a chance or get something positive, and that's something positive.
Crazy on that replay. No one even touched it. Goes right into the goal.
Well, I'm sure she's thinking, the goalkeeper has to think about the players in front of her. You know, is it going to be a header? How can I come out? She's thinking about her path in the box, and before you know it, it's just beyond her.
Here's Eastern Florida. Let's see what they got. Ooh.
That was Satina. I think it's one of her first chances on frame.
You like the attempt, but just did not go in. That's funny. I was just talking about.
Well, it's not a free kick.
What is this?
That's me a free kick at the edge. Well, I thought that Kaylee Dunn was pulled down first near the touchline, and then after that, you look and the Daytona State player got by and got in the edge box, and then she gets fouled for sure. She gets pulled down. But I thought there was a foul before that.
Yeah, it's very confusing type play right there, but the refs, they're giving it to Daytona.
Well, that was a foul there, but I think in the passage of play, there was a foul against an Eastern Florida State player that should have been called, which wouldn't have allowed this to happen.
There's a big play coming up for Daytona. Goes wide.
It's handball.
Handball. All right, 15 left here in the second half. I'm sorry. I was talking overtime. If it happens, all of a sudden it happens. Yeah, 2-2 is the score. Did you get clarification on what happened? Man, we'll see. Daytona just got the equalizer. Great play by the Falcons. As both these teams are fighting for seeding as we head to postseason play coming up next week in Daytona.
Yeah, with the 3 teams that you see, of course, Eastern Florida State, Daytona State, and then Polk State College. It's going to be a tough tournament. So if we take a look here, see the grabbing?
Yeah.
That's
so that
tough.
was nothing?
I'm not sure. I might have called a foul on that. It's very interesting. And that's what does in the passage of play that happened just before the foul at the edge of the box by Eastern Florida. So,
2-2.
Oh, that's great, great footwork by Satina. But then she can't find the pass. Tough angles.
Daytona coming back. It's been back and forth all night, Tom. You know, Eastern Florida scores, Daytona scores. Eastern Florida scores, now Daytona. The only goal scored here in the second half, but we're at 2-2.
Oof. Wow.
You're laughing.
I don't. There's probably not much there. But
let it go.
But it was Nancy Alamanza just trying to get something turned on the ball.
She's been active tonight, scoring a goal. Been all over the field, Tom.
She's been everything advertised. Dangerous, quick, goal scorer. Oh, there we go. Good tackle.
Yeah, that was pretty by Eastern Florida.
Sets Morgan Gammon on the way. But good tackle put in by Morgan Hosier.
All right, so if you're Eastern Florida now, what are you thinking?
Well, if I'm thinking, like me personally, I'm thinking let's get some possession. Let's start to create some scoring opportunities, some shooting opportunities. I'd be trying to find Laura Satina, that player right there.
Yeah, she's got, looks like 4 defenders on her. Still got the shot off.
I would definitely be trying to find her feet.
I'm telling you, she had 4 defenders looking at her, trying to stop her from scoring that goal. Look at this, Tom.
Yeah, well, there's the matchup between her and Jasmine Johnston.
Yeah.
But she's got players around her.
Corner kick coming up for the home team. Got to try to take the lead.
So that stays in it.
It does. Eastern Florida still has it.
Ooh. That could be. Boy, we want to look at that
handball.
Replay. Yeah, there's a shout for it. You get a look at that again, maybe.
Well, we're going to keep playing right now. 11 minutes to go here in the second half.
Quick change to the point of the attack.
Here's the
Let's
replay.
have a look, see if there was a handball in this sequence of play.
It's interesting to see.
Ball comes in, it's just missed.
So correct call?
Well, we haven't seen that particular passage of play where it would have come in. It might be coming. Nope, didn't. Nope, didn't. Her arm was up, but well done. It caught her in the ribs in the midsection.
We've got a timeout right now. Injured player for Daytona.
Hopefully she's all right. Gets a little bit ginger.
Kishida, freshman from Tokyo.
Goal scorer.
Yeah, she's been good tonight. Yeah, and if you're head coach Hope Clark, who we're looking at right now, she's got to be happy with, you know, the effort, and she's rooting on her team like, hey, we could take this game.
Yeah, she's trying to spur on her team. Give them a little bit of encouragement. They should have plenty of belief. They've pulled themselves back. They've shown themselves to be a resilient team. Some good character. They've gone down away from home and pulled themselves back, went down again, pulled themselves back. So let's see what drama is left in these last 10 minutes and 51 seconds.
So strategy now, about 10 minutes to go. You just stay with the game plan, see what you can do. Do you take any chances in this?
No, I'm not. If I'm either team, I'm not going to commit more bodies than I have to. This game is it's probably going to. I would have to think if this game's going to be decided by one of these two teams, it's going to come off something individual.
No one scores here at the end of regulation. We will go to overtime. Golden goal rules, but we'll see. 10 minutes to go here. Second half here at Eastern Florida. State College at Orlando Health Stadium. Finale in the regular season for both teams.
Boy, I'm sure it seemed like a quick season for these players. I mean, they do start in the summer, but when it starts, it seems the end comes pretty quick.
That one's cleared by Daytona. A lot of nervous energy right now here at the stadium, so it feels like.
Yeah, I mean, the game's on its edge, so this is going to go either way. They're urging Cameron to, she wasn't sure. She's a little indecisive. They're urging her to get forward, go, take her down the line. They want her to take Morgan Hosier down the line. Be direct, get down the line, get the ball served in.
Eastern Florida looking for the game winner right now.
That's going to be offside.
First one of tonight.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, mostly, you were saying this earlier, mostly refs letting them play tonight here, Tom.
Yeah, I mean, look, these are two good teams, and playing at a high level, both playing for a seeding. You don't want to be too nitpicky. Let these players get after it.
I agree with you.
I think the ref, in the spirit of the game, has done the right thing.
Coming up on the 9-minute mark here in the second half here at Eastern Florida. All tied up 2-2, sophomore night. Daytona tied it up here a couple minutes ago. Huge goal for them.
That's a bad giveaway.
Yes, it is. She's got numbers.
But recovered well.
Yeah.
Getting bodies back behind the ball. There's nerves coming in a little bit.
What are they calling here? Corner now?
Should be a, let's see.
What are they going to call? This might be a big one.
I think it is going to be a corner. But maybe some tired legs. This has been a game that's been up and down. So tired legs, tired minds, a little bit of pressure, a little bit of nerves. And this will be a nervy situation right here. Eastern Florida's got to focus and be good. Be first to the ball.
8 minutes to go, tied game. Corner for Daytona. It feels like all night long, every corner is a little scary when you see it bouncing like that.
And that was Jada Samuels. She nodded it down to the ground, bounced over, but she was found at the far post. Good delivery by Alejandra Espinosa. You see that? Just headed it down.
Yeah.
But those are big chances. Ooh, good out.
Can
That's
they do
trouble.
something?
That's trouble.
Here we
That's
go.
trouble.
Can she score?
No.
No, you thought that was going to be a goal, but a nice defense by Daytona to recover.
Goalkeeper came out well, forced her wide, and the touch was heavy. But that was a great outlet ball. Sent her on the way.
Yes, it was. Big chance by Eastern Florida. They can't capitalize. We're tied at 2-2.
Well, that's going to be a free kick. Allison Worley and the Melbourne product here. Uh-oh.
Got a player down right now for Eastern Florida.
Yeah,
it's Logan.
That's not good. That's not good.
No, it is not right now. A lot of pain right now here on the field.
Yeah, she's definitely in a lot of pain. You don't like to see this at all.
Yeah, coach.
I'm not going to speculate on what's happening, but you just don't like to see. You always want to see all players just walk off the field in good condition.
Yeah, the sophomore from Rockledge scored a goal earlier tonight in the first half. She is down right now. Hopefully she will be all right. As I know Coach, he's looking very concerned right now with about 6 minutes left here in the second half.
As I'm watching Laura Satina being a really good teammate right now, trying to help her teammate, trying to get her calm.
Watch out. Watch out. Let me in, please. Back up.
Yeah, 2-2 is the score. Medical staff looking after Logan right now. See maybe what happened
here. Oof. That's definitely a. She came in really awkwardly into the challenge, and you don't want to speculate, but you know, a player's in that much pain. There's you know, she's clearly something significant, you know, possibly has happened. Hopefully it's not as significant. Maybe it's something that more scared her. You hope, and I think everyone here is pretty quiet and is hoping the best for her.
Yeah, she's a big part of this team, and medical staff still looking over her, trying to help her out.
Yeah, they've got to be really careful with her, but the medical team here is good. That's Logan Humbert. Certainly all prayers are with her at this moment. And she'll be okay.
Yeah, awkward landing on that play. Just trying to make a play here in the second half late as we're tied 2-2, 6:31 mark, as we're in a timeout, injury timeout here on sophomore night. Never want to see this to any player in any game you're watching.
No. For sure not.
Bringing out the cart right now for Logan.
Of course, she had the second goal for Eastern Florida tonight. You know, it's been a real back and forth affair, still hanging in the balance. But right now, you know, the players for Eastern Florida, their thoughts are more with their teammate as she's up, which is good. And they've got a cart over for her.
Yes, they do.
I'll get her over, get her checked out, get her all the help that she needs.
Great player here at Eastern Florida.
You just don't like to see that.
No, you do not.
Breaks your heart.
It really does. And you can see both teams, especially Eastern Florida, that all the players are talking in a circle right now, going over strategy, what they might have to do to try to finish this game and try to win. Especially, and I know look, you've been around soccer a long time. I know it must be tough. You lose a teammate like that and then try to get back in the match.
Yeah, but look, you know, your teammate, they know that she wants to win. She wanted to win. She still wants to win, and she wants her teammates to win this game. So, you know, if anything, sometimes it gives you a little bit of a lift because now, you know, you have maybe a little something extra to play for.
It's a free kick for Daytona as we're going to start here up again with about 6:30 left in the second half.
Teams are looking to just get it into the danger area, looking to get it in the box, and you could see Daytona State putting some numbers forward. They're looking for they've got a lot of belief. They're looking for the winner. That's gonna be a free kick. She's asking for the card.
Ref's telling you got to give it a second. Coming up at 9 Eastern here on a Saturday night here in Melbourne. 2-2 is our score. About 5:30 left here in the second half. Back and forth. Right when you think Eastern Florida's got it, Daytona answers every time.
Now let's see who's going to get the next one. Sometimes you go draw. Sometimes you've seen a team that just hangs in, and sometimes they're able to find that late winner. There's a lot of, like I said, there's a lot of possibilities and drama still to be written in this game, I think.
Yeah, both teams are going to move on to the Region 8 semifinals coming up Friday night at Daytona. This is sophomore night tonight. And yeah, Eastern Florida, they're 5-0 so far here at home. 9-1 overall, 2-1 in the conference. Going to try to get their 10th victory if they can tonight.
Well, it's not going to come easy.
No, it is not.
Ooh, see if she can get to that.
She does.
That could have been possibly a corner.
Yeah, give credit to Daytona. Lost last week to this team 1-0. They come back, score 2 goals. They're tied right now.
You mentioned lost as well, being a player up for most of the game. Good switch and turn. Good cut. Oh, hello, referee. That's this? That's got to be a booking. Referee, that's got to be a booking.
Oh man, that was not pretty to see.
That's got to be a booking. You look at that. That's borderline criminal.
Yeah, Morgan's just trying to get the ball.
He's coming in, just takes a touch and just whacked from behind. That's a straight yellow. That's hard. That's actually yellow in a talking to. You're starting to get, that's yellow starting to shade itself toward a red color.
Was anything called though?
No, a free kick.
Man,
I'm sorry. I'm not. That referee should have been pulling a card out of his pocket there. Yeah. I'm not sorry. I'll tell you. If I was Scott Carswell, somebody would be getting an earful right now.
Yeah, especially this late in the match, 2-2, a lot on the line tonight.
And you've just seen a player go out, not through anything malicious at all, just a circumstance, sadly. But that's malicious.
Wasn't called.
Well, it was called, but it wasn't adjudicated. It wasn't correctly adjudicated. Should have been a serious yellow.
It wasn't what you wanted. I mean, that's what I'm trying to clarify.
Straight hard yellow. Hard yellow. Ooh, that's trouble.
This. Oh, what a save.
That's a great save by Chloe Adams.
Man.
Good concentration because that was going in.
Yeah, and Adams is fired up after that one, Tom. This was like, wait, what's happening? And all of a sudden it's coming right at you.
Look, tackle comes back, and that's Wakaba Kaguri. And look at the save and concentration. That's a match saver right there.
Oh, that is big time play.
With 1:58 left, that could have been game. A heck of a save by Chloe Adams. Well done.
Well done indeed. Under 2 minutes left. Corner kick for Daytona. That almost went to the parking lot.
Wasted opportunity. You don't want to give those away at this point in time in the match to not put it in the mixer, put it in the box.
Let's see if this wakes up Eastern Florida with 90 to go here in regulation, tied 2-2.
Oh dear.
Turnover.
Oh wow, good change of pace.
Yeah, that was Worley. What was that?
Good change of pace by Allison Worley, and tries to get the ball served in low. Not really going to trouble Chloe Adams with it.
Yeah, Adams is like, do not come around here. 1 minute left here in regulation.
Oof.
Oh.
See, I'm telling you, these players are. This game is full-blooded. Challenges are hard and fast. They want a ball quickly. They're like, give us the ball. Time's running. I want to get the ball served in. No ball is there.
All right, looks like we're close to overtime here. 30 seconds left.
Well, they're going to hold this. If I'm them, I'm holding it down, and I'm going to get the ball served in the box. I'm not going to be in a hurry. I'm going to watch the time, make sure there's no counterattack to happen.
Yeah, we'll have overtime coming up.
Tough ball, though.
Yeah, and we'll go to a quick commercial break. We'll come back for overtime as it's 2-2. And huge play by Chloe Adams in goal, or this would have been a loss for Eastern Florida.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, that's the end of regulation, Tom. 2-2. It's sophomore night. We will go to a quick 90-second break. We'll be back. Golden Goal rules right here on WEFS-TV. 2-2. Stay with us.
I'm part of SCAP, which is the Space Coast Consortium Apprenticeship Program. What it is, it's an apprenticeship program to get people in the aerospace field and get experience and schooling all at the same time. So I just graduated high school this past May, and I found out about it 2 days after graduation, and my original plan was to go to Eastern Florida and just get a basic AA degree and figure out what I wanted to do from there. I always liked the idea of going into aerospace, but never was sure about engineering itself. So this was a great way to get my career started, even if I choose to go back for engineering or even if I choose to change career paths. This is a 2-year degree that is fully paid for by my company, and it is 4 years of experience in the aerospace industry where I really get to get the experience and the schooling, and if I choose to continue down this path I can, or if I choose to further my education, go somewhere else, I can also do that.
Welcome back here to Orlando Health Stadium on the campus of Eastern Florida State College. We got free extra soccer for you if you're just tuning in. 2-2 is the score, and it's going to be golden goal rules. Next one wins it here in the regular season finale for both teams. Tom, I'll give it to you. What are your thoughts heading in here to extra time?
Honestly, I thought a lot of momentum was seized by Daytona State. It looked like once they got that second goal, they really continued to grow into the rest of the half. And it looked like Eastern Florida were under a lot of pressure. A lot of long balls out the back that they weren't able to capitalize on. There was the one great opportunity that happened for Nancy Alamanza. It was an outlet pass, but that was more of an intentional outlet pass, not just a clearance ball that you were trying to clear your lines, get it out of your area. So if I'm Eastern Florida, I'm like, ladies, we've got to get the ball back. We've got to get the ball on the floor. We've got to possess this more.
I know we got a replay coming up, about 10 seconds till we start this up. I want to look at that Chloe Adams save at the end of regulation if we can. Tom, what did you see here?
I mean, she tries to take too many touches, a turnover, and Koguri just smartly said, you know what, keeper's off her line, I'm going to have a go, and she hit it really well. But great concentration by Chloe Adams. She got her arm up, got the good touch, got it tipped over to keep it 2-2. That was a pivotal moment. That was a real pivotal moment.
Tom, it really shows you in goal, you better be on your game, watching every second, because that ball can come at you.
Well, goalkeepers have to. They're not called upon a lot. But when they are called upon, you look for them to be there and make the saves they need to, and she did there.
10 minutes with the clock. I know two teams, they were discussing with the refs which way they wanted to go here in overtime. And this is overtime number 1, right? 2-2 is the score. Both teams are going to move on to the Region 8 semifinals coming up Friday night in Daytona, coming up on October 28th. Next goal is going to win this match.
Yes, a golden goal. That's exciting. What a way to finish a game. It'll be a game winner. Should somebody score? Let me put it that way.
We're here on WEFS-TV. past 9 o'clock Eastern here in Melbourne, Florida. Great match so far. A lot of big plays. And we'll see if one of these teams can get one more. Hopefully the home team when I say that.
Yeah, I mean, we knew this was going to be a heck of a game, and it's lived up to its billing.
Yeah, Eastern Florida, they're 9-1 on the season, 5-0 at home. Crowd, you can hear them, let's go white.
We look at that, Mia Lewis, Nancy Almanza trying to just, again, nick in front of the defender. Not able to get enough on it, but.
Yeah, and you know, Eastern Florida, their 2 chances tonight where they've scored both off corner kicks. Here comes Eastern Florida. They want to end this one.
Oh, well, smart. Keeper wasn't coming, but kind of made an approach, and so Alexis Harden just said, "Look, I got to clear." And that was smart.
It's just a
well
throw
done.
in here.
Yes,
yeah,
just a throw in.
Okay,
but good clearance.
Yeah, Eastern Florida.
You can see the urgency when they get it. They want to get it in the box. Get it in the box. Get it in the box.
Just the throw in. Here comes another one.
I'd preach some patience here. Don't force it. Let's keep possession.
Staying this way? I believe so.
Yep. This one's going to be a corner. So, can Eastern Florida find that magic that they found twice tonight on corners?
Yeah, 2-2 is the score right now here in the first overtime. 10-minute overtime periods. You play 2. Next goal is going to win. Here comes the corner from Eastern Florida. They want to finish this right now. Here it comes. Still in the air. And it's cleared by Daytona.
Look at that, get it, quick throw.
Yeah, she didn't waste any time on that.
No, don't. Sometimes teams settle down when the throw comes, but it's a good time to pick up the pace. And they did there. Grab it, get it in, go. Oh, good switch. Ooh, didn't quite get a hold of it.
This ball's bouncing.
She's in, if she can keep it in. Yep.
That
oh,
it went out.
I don't know. Has to be the whole of the ball. Not sure the whole of the ball got out. If any part of that ball, even though it's not touching the ground, if any part of that ball would intersect and touch the line, it's in. Sometimes assistants they anticipate. They don't allow it to go fully out. I'm not sure it did there.
Just past the 6-minute mark here in the first overtime here on WEFS-TV. Don't forget, we got volleyball coming up on Tuesday night. Next Saturday, it's a big one, men's soccer. You can watch it on television, over the air, or through their YouTube channel here at Eastern Florida. But we're not done with this one yet.
Ooh, there's a possible break on here. Ooh, she's going to feel that tackle.
Yes, she is.
It's Wakaba Kaguri down in the challenge.
Yeah, Kaguri, one of the big scorers for Daytona. 11 goals on the season, 27 points overall. Just a cramp, you think, on that?
No, I think it's just a knock in the challenge.
It's been a long night.
Yeah, that's definitely a knock. And see if she comes in to play and make that turn, and might have just,
yeah.
There was contact. Not intentional.
No.
Referee's allowing the sub.
He's talking.
You can hear Laura Satina just giving him an earful, thinking that Daytona State's doing it to waste time.
Stays into Eastern Florida. Four-minute mark here in the first overtime. Good game so far tonight. 2-2 is the score. We're going to move on. This will be the regular season finale. We're going to move on to the Region 8 semifinals coming up next week for both teams. Both teams made it.
Yeah, it's going to be a first team that blinks situation.
I agree with you 100%.
It's going to come off of a mistake or an individual moment of brilliance, I think. Oof.
Stays in.
Good block.
What's this?
That's a corner.
Ooh.
Nope, goal kick. Thought it might have caught a deflection.
Was that Nancy again? Tom, she has been active tonight with 1 goal, and there was another chance right there.
Yeah, she's been very good, very busy. Look at the high press here. Oof. Challenges, bodies are getting thrown in and everything. Oh, that's gonna be a corner.
Yeah, did it touch the goalie?
That's interesting because it dipped and she wanted to come out and get it, and it dipped on her and caught a piece of her, went out. So
hey, here's the replay,
you can
Tom.
see her turn. So there's challenges.
Oh, I like the move.
Great by Satina. Yep. And you see it catches that bounce, and she's like, oh, I'm not going to get there in time, and she just had to make sure that it went beyond, so she did get the touch.
Eastern Florida catches a break. They're going to go for the corner now.
They've definitely been the team in the ascendancy in this first 10-minute overtime period.
Shots up. Looked like no one knew where the ball was there for a second.
Oh,
Look at this.
Trouble.
What do we got here?
Goal.
We got a goal and a win for Eastern Florida. What a play by the Titans. And they go home with the W.
Is that Mia Lewis?
Is it finally? Oh, man, what a play. And that is how you end the regular season, Tom. We're going to go to the replay. What did we see here?
Oh, well, good ball dropped off, and then a great pass. And yes, Mia Lewis gets there, and low, far post, makes no mistake. And, you know, she let the one go. She let the one go that Logan Humbert scored, and then she's rewarded because she gets the game winner.
Big time win for Eastern Florida. We're going to go to a quick break. We'll come back. We'll recap a W tonight here at Eastern Florida State College. Stay with us. Again, big win for Eastern Florida.
I'm part of SCAP, which is the Space Coast Consortium Apprenticeship Program. What it is, it's an apprenticeship program to get people in the aerospace field and get experience and schooling all at the same time. So I just graduated high school this past May, and I found out about it 2 days after graduation, and my original plan was to go to Eastern Florida and just get a basic AA degree and figure out what I wanted to do from there. I always liked the idea of going into aerospace, but never was sure about engineering itself. So this was a great way to get my career started, even if I choose to go back for engineering or even if I choose to change career paths. This is a 2-year degree that is fully paid for by my company, and it is 4 years of experience in the aerospace industry where I really get to get the experience and the schooling, and if I choose to continue down this path I can, or if I choose to further my education, go somewhere else, I can also do that.
Big win tonight for the home team. You can see the fans. They're going to go home happy here in Melbourne at Orlando Health Stadium. Eastern Florida ends the regular season with a big W, 3-2. Mia gets the overtime goal. Tom, how big of a win is this for Eastern Florida tonight?
It's what they wanted. I just don't know that it came the way they wanted it to come. A lot of drama in this game. Sophomore night, so of course you want your sophomores to get their final regular season home win of their careers, and they do. Came the hard way. They had to fight. They had to claw it back because I think they lost a little momentum at the end of the game, but they certainly got it back in the overtime, and it was pretty much all Eastern Florida in that overtime period.
Tom, let's go to the highlights now. Big win tonight, like we said, for Eastern Florida. What do you see on this one?
Yeah, there's your good corner. Good things happen. I talk about it, but she gets across her defender. That's the main thing. As a defender, you can't let a goal scorer like that get position. But this came against the run of play because it was all Eastern Florida up until this point. But that was a really good finish by Ariana Wilson. Again, talk about beating your defender to the near post. You'll see she's well ahead, tucks it away. Good finish. It's 1-1. But then the Achilles heel again. And you watch this. This is a case of no quit, as that was Sophia Posner putting it across. And then it was Logan Humbert just kind of instinctively kicking it back toward the far post. And it was Mia Lewis who was following it, but let it go. So Logan Humbert gets the credit on the goal. That makes it 2-1. But then it's going to be a Kari Kishida. Tough one for the goalkeeper, Chloe Adams, because in the crowd, she came, crowd's coming in, and she kind of loses it, gets over her head. But this is the capper. And Mia Lewis, for letting her teammates score and not being selfish, I think she's rewarded. Puts herself in a great spot wide. What a good pass, though. Smart ball to find her, and she makes no mistake. Low far post, that's the way you beat a keeper in those situations. She did it perfectly. Eastern Florida gets the win.
All right, I think we got Coach Scott Carswell. I know he has to be happy getting his 10th victory of the season. Coach, are you happy with the win tonight?
Yeah, thank you. We're happy. A little more nerve-wracking than we would have liked, but the girls fought hard. We pulled it out in the end. Great goal by Mia.
Talk about the ebb and flow of this game. It seems like every time you'd grab control, they'd kind of get one back, and then it became tough in the second half. Do you think you lost a little momentum? And how did you get it back? What did you tell your team going into the extra period? How did you get that momentum back?
I think you're right. I think every time we would get up, we'd get a little complacent, and Daytona played a great game. I heard you saying they were resilient, and they just kept fighting back. We just kind of told them, this is a playoff game. This is what it's going to be like. It's golden goal. We got to go out there and do the business. Historically, we haven't done well in overtimes, so we were glad to go out there and get a result in this one.
Coach, tell us about the game-winning goal. Mia Lewis stepping up. What'd you think of that play?
I thought it was fantastic. We have a little running dialogue with her, where she is on the day, and we worked with a sports performance lady, and I always ask her, are you on the confidence coast? And today she was on the confidence coast all day, and she got that ball and just hammered it, back to the far post.
Talk about your team's form now. I mean, this is when you want your team to be playing at their absolute best. You're going to walk into the tournament, and then you're going to get yourself into you want another national title. Of course you do. You win one, you want another one. Talk about your team's form now going into the postseason.
I thought we looked good at times, but, we want to get back to the form when we played Monroe. We felt like that was the best game we had played all year, and we just need to string 90 minutes together, and our hearts go out to Logan Humbert. Hopefully, it's nothing too serious, but we'd like to get her back. If we don't get her back, that may be difficult, but we have a lot of girls who can step in and do the job.
Yeah, certainly. I think a lot of people, their hearts went out, when they saw her go down and on sophomore night. How did the players react to that? That's a tough situation for players to have to respond to.
Yeah, I think you're absolutely right. She's a tough kid, and when we heard her scream out, we knew something's wrong because, she's as tough as they get, and she's had ACL tears before. Hopefully it's not the same, and, we get her back, or, at least if we don't get her back, that it's not an ACL.
Coach, well, thanks for joining us. Congratulations on the win tonight, and good luck with the Region 8 semifinals coming up next weekend.
All right. Thank you, Tom.
Great stuff. Big win tonight for Eastern Florida. Final thoughts, man.
Final thoughts are, come with the when you say you need a big goal, in big moments, big players step up. And this team, they got the momentum back. They settled themselves. And Mia Lewis with a fantastic finish, but they were able to settle themselves and absolutely dominated the extra period. So they walk out deserved winners tonight.
Great win for Eastern Florida. He is Tom Trexler. I'm Mark Moses. I want to thank our crew as well. And for everyone watching tonight here on the Space Coast, big win for Eastern Florida, 3-2. We'll see this team next weekend. Have a great night.
The AS degree program in Fire Science Technology basically encompasses a group of certificate-based programs that are required by the State Bureau of Fire Science and Training for firefighters.
The people that come in and go for their AS degree here at Eastern Florida State College are the people that we want to see come up. They're driven,